Hi friends from Latin America, my name is Scheidt. I'll fully introduce myself in just a moment, but let me first tell you that I'm here today to inform you about something that is happening in Wall Street, something that is making some people very rich, and something that you could take advantage of from Mexico, Colombia, Peru, or from wherever you are. To give you an idea of the importance of what's happening, I'll start with the story. It happened 36 years ago on live television. To the shock and awe of the entire world, David Copperfield made the Statue of Liberty disappear. According to him, the illusion was meant to show how precious liberty is and how easily it can be lost. Copperfield's words sound eerily true for investors today. Since America's stock market is disappearing just like Lady Liberty did, only that isn't a magic trick. It's real, and I have proof. Forbes warns that America's pool of stocks is shrinking. CNBC calls it an impossible situation for investors. The Feds call it a serious issue for our markets and economy. Even the Wilshire 5000, a famous benchmark for U.S. equities, no longer has enough stocks to fill the index, says the Wall Street Journal. With an average of 182 disappearances every year, over 4,000 stocks have vanished since 1997. And once a stock disappears, it's gone forever. But what I want to show you today is two things. First, that every time a disappearance happens, there are some investors who cash out a lot of money. And second, and most important, that you can have an opportunity to do the same. Because if you know in advance which stock could disappear, seeing a huge wave of cash entering your account is a solid possibility. And that's why I'm here today recording this urgent message. I know that for you and for millions of people in your position, those who don't have exclusive information like this, it's too difficult to profit from this. And at the same time, a small group of bankers in Wall Street collects millions with each disappearance. It's very unfair. But as of today, when you finish this presentation, you could become a part of the small group of people who profit from these disappearances and start to collect $10,473, $14,000, or even $24,711, like it happened in the past time each of these stocks went missing. And it will all be possible because I've been making a thorough investigation about the next disappearance. In just a few minutes, I'll tell you how you can make money from it. And just a reminder, the stock market is disappearing just like the Statue of Liberty did. And the IPOs, or U.S. government incentives to create new corporations, or even the rise of startups, is not enough to prevent it. Nothing can balance the enormous number of stocks that disappear every year. Take a look at this chart from LinkedIn. Notice how the stock mysteriously disappeared on December 7, 2016. Or take the case of Aetna. Until November 28, 2018, Aetna was a healthcare provider to 36.5 million people. But one day later, the stock was gone. And most recently, on November 21st, last year, shares of pharmaceutical giant Celgene suddenly disappeared. There were people who collected a lot of money from these disappearances, and they aren't isolated cases. In my parents' time, they enjoyed 23 publicly listed stocks for every million people in the US. Today, with so many disappearances, we only have 11 stocks per million. As you see, there are many disappearances that are only available for those who have exclusive information about which stocks will disappear. And how could you start profiting from that? That's my part. As I mentioned before, my name is Scheidt, and I wanted to tell you that I spent years studying this phenomenon. Since when I worked at a multi-million-dollar hedge fund in Atlanta, I used to see stocks disappear again and again. And Wall Street bankers get richer and richer, while millions of regular investors are left with nothing. So my goal is to level the playing field for regular investors like you. In addition to revealing the real reason for these disappearances, on this presentation I want to show you how you could start making huge profits thanks to the next disappearance that is getting closer. Because although this isn't a good thing to the global economy, There are always some people who win. As of today, that someone could be you. How could you make money every time a stock disappears? Well, the reason comes down to two words: mergers and acquisitions, or as I like to call them, mega contratos. I'm talking about big corporations buying out other companies on multi-billion-dollar deals. See, once a buyout is finalized, the acquired company's stock vanishes from the market, literally. And since Wall Street bankers work to make these deals possible, they know ahead of time what's going to happen. So they put their millions in the right place to make a huge fortune. And they will continue to do so, because even more stocks will disappear in 2020. Only that this year, thanks to what you'll learn today, you'll have the chance to make money. Using the strategy that I'm going to show you today, you could take advantage of Wall Street's biggest disappearances throughout the year without having to work a single day studying these deals. And all this regardless of the country or city where you invest from. Whether you're in Bogota, Lima, Mexico, or Santiago, by hitting some of these trades, you would have the potential to walk away with payouts that could completely change your financial situation. And without having to work more than 80 hours a week like Wall Street bankers do. In fact, thanks to our system, you could have opportunities to take home payouts of $14,000, $10,473, and even $24,711, like the ones my readers made in the past. I call these opportunities mega contratos paydays. All you need to do is place a simple trade before a buyout takes place. And if a deal is announced, you would already be in position to get a massive lump sum return in no time at all. Like my reader Tim B., who cashed out with $10,473, and Nancy T., who collects $14,000 in one trade and then purchased a home in Medellin, Colombia with the rest of her winnings. Or Ronald R., who cashed out with $24,771 in a couple of trades. Now, I know it may sound hard to believe that you can make a profit the same way Wall Street bankers do, but for you to trust me, let me tell you that everything is possible thanks to a contract that I've signed. A massive agreement that I made with one of the world's leading quantitative research firms. An agreement that has given me access to the world's most powerful predictive tool to identify these massive disappearances in Wall Street. This is the only indicator with the power to spot mega contratos before they are announced. And it couldn't be more turnkey for investors like you. All we have to do is wait for this indicator to enter the mega contratos zone. And when the system identifies a potential buyout deal, I personally recommend a simple trade. And then, a short time later, if the trade goes away, you could walk away with a huge mega contratos payday. Look, my readers sent messages saying they walked away with payouts of $14,000, $10,473, and even $24,711 in no time flat, and without spending 80 hours a week working for it. And as you're about to see, while these multi-billion-dollar buyouts were completely unpredictable for almost anyone outside of Wall Street in the past, this indicator has finally leveled the playing field for regular investors. And you can profit from all of it today because my Mega Contratos Payday indicator has just spotted a potential new disappearance in one of the hottest sectors in the markets. This means that another trade with huge profits could be emerging on the horizon. And I want to show you how you could take advantage if you act quickly. For that, continue reading below the special presentation that I have prepared for you. I asked my team at Inversor Global to translate it into Spanish so you don't miss any details.